Can artificial intelligence become alive? So that's a deep question that actually got triggered from one of my earlier videos that I posted. I'm here on the HeroX page. This is my friend and mentor, Perry Marshall, and he has had this long before artificial intelligence was cool. He had his Origin of Life prize. Can life come from non-life? So maybe I'll share the link to this page here yet, but anyway, there's a big question right now with artificial intelligence getting smarter and smarter, and will it become alive on its own? The LinkedIn post where this question kind of came from was this one here, where I said, is it good or evil? And then one of my colleagues, Dan Fulmer, he wrote here about, he's coining the term assault AI. So if that becomes famous, Dan was the one that said it first. Anyway, so yeah, he had a good comment here about it becoming semi-sentient or more. So if it became alive, would it be able to do things that are evil on its own and things like that? So that was a good question. I said I plan to create another video on that topic. So sentient here, the definition is able to perceive or feel things. So like I shared in one of my other videos here, it's amazing at pulling from a large language model and being able to, especially anything with words, it can figure stuff out. So this is ChatGPT specifically, but being able to figure things out, and the conversational tone, or like the way it works, is it's a chatbot. So you have a conversation and it feels like you're talking to another human. So to make it most effective, you need to treat it like an eager assistant who wants to help you accomplish things and get ideas and stuff like that. So it feels like it's alive, but everyone knows that it's just code. It's been programmed. It's GPT is generative pre-programmed transformer. So it's meant to, so yeah, you can tell from that definition, generative, it's generating things, pre-programmed, obviously it was programmed beforehand, and transformer, it transforms things from one to another. So so is it alive? So obviously right now it's not. Artificial intelligence can't perceive or feel things. It seems intelligent, but it's just programmed very well by humans. So, but does it have the ability to become alive? So as these algorithms and all the programming gets better and better, and it gets exposed to more and more things, all of the current information on the internet and everything like that, is there any potential for it to become alive? So usually I have a pretty quick answer at the beginning of my video, so I kind of led up to this one, but my belief is that you cannot get life from non-life. So so yeah, that term, abiogenesis. So I guess a lot of that is determined based on your worldview. Do you believe that the universe came from nothing? Can life come from non-life? Or do you believe that it was created? And I guess that's another big debate that's been going on for ages. So because if God created the universe, then who created God and all these things and whatever? So can life come from non-life? So that's coming right back to Perry's original challenge here. So his prize is basically, it's when we look at our DNA, it's a genetic code. There's actual code, there's logic behind it, and if God didn't create the genetic code, who did, and how did it get there? Because it's an actual language, and so that's kind of the deep discussion here. So if that can be solved, then theoretically life can come from non-life. So all these codes that we have, any code that is in existence has a coder. Somebody created that code. There's an input, and then there's a decoder, and then there's an output. I might be butchering this, but basically that's exactly what we're getting here. So if I'm telling ChatGPT to summarize these Bible chapters, I'm giving it some input, it's crunching behind the scenes, and then it gives me an output. So that's the thing. Any code behaves that way. So Perry's prize is to reward somebody with this $10 million prize. He's backed by some investors. If somebody can actually make a naturally occurring code, not something that's been created by a human, a code that's just created all on its own, and it has logic, and you can give it some information, and then it gives you an output back, again, completely created on its own. So that's what this challenge is here, this $10 million prize, origin of life. So yeah, my worldview is that life cannot come from non-life. So the machines will not wake up. When we were at the seminar in Chicago a few weeks ago, Perry or somebody else said, how many calculators do you have to string together until the calculators become alive? And then the answer is, it doesn't matter how many calculators you connect, they're still calculators. They still need a human to operate them. So that's my take on it. I don't think it's gonna become sentient, where it has feelings, where it's acting on its own. It'll look that way, that a lot of things are acting on their own, or there's a lot of steps in the programming that happens. But as far as AI waking up and whatever, doing good or bad things to humans, that I don't think that's going to happen. So let's see if I get proved wrong.